The Australian Environment Foundation is a non-profit membership-based organisation, and we seek to protect the environment while preserving the rule of law, property rights and the freedom of the individual that actually underpins the material progress that is required to do so. We take an evidence solutions-based approach to environmental issues, and unlike so many of the so-called environmental groups, we take this commitment to science very seriously. We never let ideology or politics interfere or masquerade as fair income science. So the AEF is a different kind of environmental group. Actually, we're a bit of an old school environmental group in an era when so many of the so-called environmental organisations have a hard left green ideology, which has very little to do with protecting the environment and a whole lot to do with their extreme political agendas. They victimise farmers. We do not. In fact, we support the agricultural, forestry and fishing sectors, which in Australia, at least nowadays, is overwhelmingly sustainable. So we value evidence, developing policies and making policy decisions on the basis of facts, evidence and scientific analyses. Choice: prioritising issues on the basis of accurate risk assessment and sound economic cost-benefit analysis. So, for example, does it make sense to blow the tops off a whole bunch of hills to make wind farms? Or would it be better to have small modular nuclear reactors? Look at the evidence, look at the risks, look at the cost-benefit analysis, both economic and environmental. Technology: implementing appropriate and innovative technological solutions. Management: using active management when necessary and acknowledging that the landscapes and ecosystems are dynamic by nature, especially in Australia, in fact. Diversity: maintaining the biological diversity. And people: treating people as an integral part of the natural environment, especially in Australia, where so many of our landscapes have been affected by Aboriginal settlement so many years ago. We've actually got to accept that perhaps our forests do need active management and cannot go back to a notional wild state because they haven't been that way for tens of thousands of years. And we need our people in those forests to manage them, to actually preserve the environment and also the economies of the small towns and the people that depend on them. So you can see we're a little bit of a different environmental organisation.